Welcome from all of us at He Is Risen Ministries. Your support by subscribing and giving a thumbs up helps us keep creating videos that inspire and equip those seeking a deeper walk with the Lord. Today we're going to talk about something deeply human, something biological, something that every one of us is here because of, the human reproductive system. Now I want you to relax with this. We're going to approach it with respect, clarity, and wonder. Not awkwardness, not sensationalism, just simple understanding, because when you slow down and look closely, it is astonishing. Psalm 139:14 says, "I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." That is not poetic exaggeration. That is biological reality. Every human life begins with a conversation between two tiny cells, a sperm cell from a father, an egg cell from a mother. But before those two ever meet, there is an incredible system in place. Let's begin with the male body. The male reproductive system produces sperm in the testicles. Now here's something fascinating. The testicles are not located inside the main body cavity like most organs. They are held in a sac below the body called the scrotum. Why? Temperature. Sperm production requires a slightly cooler temperature than normal body temperature, about 2 to 4 degrees cooler. If they were kept inside the abdominal cavity at full body heat, sperm production would be damaged. So the body has what you might call a built-in climate control system. The scrotum hangs outside the body where the temperature is lower, and when it's cold, muscles pull the testicles closer to the body for warmth. When it's warm, they relax and allow them to hang lower to cool. It's like a thermostat, automatic, precise, constantly adjusting. You don't think about it. You don't manage it. It just works. Inside the testicles are tiny coiled tubes called seminiferous tubules. This is where sperm are formed, millions every day. Each sperm cell is incredibly small, smaller than a grain of dust, but it has structure. It has a head that carries genetic information. It has a midsection packed with mitochondria, which act like energy generators, and it has a tail that propels it forward. It's like a microscopic submarine designed for a mission. Now here's where it gets even more fascinating. The immune system in the male body is designed to recognize foreign invaders and destroy them. Viruses, bacteria, anything that doesn't belong. But sperm are genetically unique. They carry only half of the father's DNA. From an immune system standpoint, they look foreign. So why doesn't the male immune system attack and destroy his own sperm? Because the body creates a protective barrier. It's called the blood-testis barrier. Special cells form a tight seal around a developing sperm, shielding them from immune surveillance. It's like a security clearance system. The immune system can't just walk in and examine these cells. They are protected. If that barrier is damaged, the immune system may begin producing antibodies against sperm, and that can lead to infertility. In other words, there is intentional separation, protection, precision. Now let's move to the female body. The female reproductive system is beautifully complex. The ovaries release an egg approximately once a month. The egg enters the fallopian tube, and that is typically where fertilization occurs. But here's something we don't often think about. The female immune system also sees sperm as foreign, because they are. When sperm enter the female reproductive tract, they enter a guarded environment. The cervix, uterus, and fallopian tubes are not passive hallways. They are active biological environments. White blood cells are present. Immune defenses are alert. So how do sperm survive? First, seminal fluid contains protective substances. It helps buffer the acidic environment of the vagina. It supports sperm movement. It reduces immune attack. Second, the female body undergoes subtle immune modulation during the fertile window. Hormones shift. The environment becomes temporarily more hospitable. It's not that the immune system shuts off. It's that it adjusts. It's like a guarded city that opens the gates briefly at a specific time for a specific purpose. Now let's talk about navigation. A single ejaculation may contain hundreds of millions of sperm, yet only one will fertilize the egg. How does that one know where to go? Sperm are not conscious, they don't think, but they respond to signals. The egg and surrounding cells release chemical signals. This process is called chemotaxis. The sperm detect these signals and swim toward higher concentrations. It's similar to how you might smell fresh bread and walk toward the bakery. You're following a gradient. There are also temperature gradients. The fallopian tube near the egg is slightly warmer. Sperm can detect subtle differences in temperature and adjust their movement. There are also physical currents. The female reproductive tract has muscular contractions and fluid flows that help guide sperm forward. So it's not random chaos, it's guided motion within design. Most sperm never make it. Many are trapped, many are neutralized by immune cells, many simply go the wrong direction, but a few reach the egg. When a sperm reaches the egg, it cannot just crash through the outer layer. It must undergo a process called capacitation. This is a biochemical change that happens inside the female reproductive tract. Think of it like activating software. The sperm is released in a stable form, but once inside the female environment, it undergoes changes that enable it to penetrate the egg. Then comes the acrosome reaction. Enzymes are released from the sperm's head, allowing it to pass through the egg's outer coating. And once one sperm successfully fuses with the egg, something remarkable happens. The egg immediately changes its outer membrane. It becomes impenetrable to other sperm. It's like a door that locks the moment the right key turns. Genesis 1:27 says, "So God created man in his own image." And Genesis 2:24 speaks of two becoming one flesh. Even at the cellular level, we see this profound union. Two cells become one new, unique human life, a full genetic blueprint formed in an instant. Half from the father, half from the mother, yet entirely new. From that single fertilized egg, cells begin dividing 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. Within days, differentiation begins. Some cells become heart tissue, some become neural tissue, some become bone. It's like a master builder following architectural plans that were encoded at conception. Job 12:7-9 says, "Ask the animals, and they will teach you. Who among all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this?" When we study biology, we are studying something that teaches us. Now let's slow down and connect this to everyday life. Think about your smartphone. Inside it are millions of components, microchips, circuits, sensors, each precisely arranged, each serving a purpose. Now, imagine that phone could repair itself, adapt to temperature, protect certain data from its own security scans, navigate a complex system without GPS, and collaborate with another phone to create a brand new device. That's still not as complex as what happens in reproduction. Or think about a secure bank vault. The immune system is like the security team. It scans for threats. It eliminates invaders. Yet during reproduction, the system temporarily allows a very specific kind of intruder through. Not by accident, but by regulated design. And think about a marathon. Hundreds of millions begin the race. Only one finishes. And when it does, the finish line closes. Now here's something deeply encouraging. You are not an accident. You were not randomly assembled. From the moment of conception, a precise biological cascade began. Cells multiplied with astonishing order. Your heart began beating early in development. Your brain began wiring connections. Psalm 139:13 says, "For you formed my inward parts, you knit me together in my mother's womb." That word knit is intimate, intentional, personal. And I know that some people hear biology and think it removes meaning. But the deeper you go into the mechanisms, the more meaning you see. Immune tolerance that shifts on schedule, temperature regulation without conscious thought, chemical signaling between microscopic cells, lock and key precision at fertilization. It is breathtaking, and it reminds us that our bodies are not disposable. They are gifts. They are intricate. They are worthy of respect. This also calls us to humility, because if something as small as a sperm cell requires this level of coordination and protection, how much more does a human life carry weight and value? So here's the gentle challenge. Look at your body differently this week, not with criticism, not with frustration, but with gratitude. When your heart beats, when your immune system fights infection, when your body regulates temperature, remember that you are living inside a masterpiece of coordination. And remember that the same God who designed these systems knows you personally. You are more than chemistry, but you are not less than it either. You are embodied purpose. If this topic stirred your curiosity, Keep exploring, keep asking questions. Science is not the enemy of faith. It often deepens it. And if you're listening today and you've ever wondered whether your life has value, remember this. You began as one victorious cell in a field of millions, carried, protected, guided, and formed. That's not small. That's extraordinary. Got a question you'd like us to explore in a future video? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. For now, rest in the knowledge that the one who loved you first has already prepared a place for you in his eternal family, and may his voice ring clearly and powerfully this very day. Thank you for spending this time with me, and until next time, may you walk in quiet wonder at how wonderfully made you truly are.